All right, bro, we live. Are you ready? Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushua,
Barakatah Yahushua,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahushua,
Barakatah Yahushua,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Rakah,
Rakah,
Wadash,
Wadash.
a double honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and in sincerity.
Come, we Jimmy's Mississippi Camp, and I'm a top one to the right.
Abaya.
And today we're gonna do a quick lesson on how every nation will be punished, because every nation had the hand in afflicting the Lord's people, and our main enemy is Esau, but the other nation was right in with him. If you start off in Psalm 83.
Psalms 80. And this is Psalm chapter 83. And it states, Psalm 83 and 1, keep not thou silence, O power. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
It's our enemies. You know, we have one. We all had like a main enemy, and that's Esau, because the Lord said He would send a nation to the people. I think in Deuteronomy that we wouldn't know the language, like I'm not, you know what I'm saying, and that was Esau.
Yeah.
You know, he conquered the so-called Negroes with I guess England.
We're actually going into like 70 AD.
All right.
You know, that was that fulfilled that prophecy right
All
there.
right.
You know, that we would not understand that language going into 70 AD. But go ahead.
And so when people got conquered and brought us over here, and like say England came over, I guess the English people conquered the so-called Negroes, and the conquistadors conquered the Spaniards conquered the Latino tribes. Then the Haitian, they got conquered by the French, and the Benjamin got conquered by the English too. But then they're just more they were English, I guess you would say.
What
The Benjamite, they speak English, but it's a different type of English.
Yeah.
So we all got conquered by our enemy, which is Esau. You Spaniards, you are an Edomite. That's what you are. Not the northern tribe. I'm talking about the ones in Spain that speak Spanish. You are an Edomite. You're not no other nation. That's what you are. Like you French. All the so-called white nations.
Yeah.
You Edomites.
Spanish. Yeah.
You that's what you are.
Germany. Major, minor, and all that. Going into like the 7 heads, but all of them were actually Edomites.
That's right.
The Benjamites were actually conquered by Edomites.
Yeah.
The Ephraim tribe, trickling down to the northern kingdom, were conquered by Edomites, and at the end of the day, the house of Judah were all conquered by Edomites.
That's right.
Ultimately going into the blessing of Esau. All right. Yeah, it's all good.
Keep going, bro.
All right. Verse 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones.
I keep going.
All right, verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
So that's what they have done. And they all got together and formed a coup. They all got they made a confession together, and we're gonna make sure the real people of God's people will not know who they are. They kept it for secret for years, and that's what they did. Like Apostle Gabar said, like a limousine pulled up and saying, "How did we get this information?" They said they spent millions of dollars to hide it from them, and it just won. It was mainly the Edomites, and all the rest of the nation just chimed on in. Keep going, bro.
All right. Back into Psalm 80 and 83 and 5. For they have consulted together with one consent.
Mm-hmm.
They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom
Mm-hmm.
and the Ishmaelites
Uh-huh.
of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot. Salah.
Come and they name all the nations,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why the title is every nation will be punished
Right.
because you all had a hand in oppressing the Lord's people,
Mm-hmm.
and all the nations had Lord's people in captivity back then,
Come.
and they're still oppressing the people now
Yeah.
to this day.
I got a precept for you.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, this is Lamentation 2 and 15.
Yeah.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
Mm-hmm.
They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, Is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty?
And then they hate like if these the people that the Lord chose.
Mm-hmm.
Is these the people?
Yep.
And then he said they clap and wave their hand like you know how to like you see this? You see the people right
Yeah,
there?
You see them?
You see 'em?
You see them? You know, it states, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thy enemies, you know, and the brother announced all the enemies in Psalm the 83rd chapter,
right.
have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash the teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it.
That's what it is.
Mhm.
The whole thing is to get over on the Lord's people.
Yep.
Because they know when the Lord's people get back to in their rightful mind and Lord come back to save it, we're starting to elect, and the elect is getting back right with the job by Shemashah. But when Lord put his people back in power, you other nations are going in captivity.
Yeah.
And you have no choice of going or not going. You're going regardless.
That's right. And Esau has a ruling class mentality. And he understands that basically the longer we are down, the longer we are spiritually ignorant, then therefore he can prolong his kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why he attempts to dumb us down and continue to get us to sin against Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah to promote that further distance amongst us and our power. But through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah, beginning with the elect, we are searching these old paths. Okay? Through the spirit. Alright, you got something, bro?
You do. Jeremiah, I guess Jeremiah, I think 30. All the adversaries.
Jeremiah 30.
Yeah, I think he going.
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 30 and 16.
Yeah.
Jeremiah 30 and 16. Therefore, all that devour thee shall be devoured,
Mm-hmm.
and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity,
That's right.
and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
You're gonna be the prey.
Mm-hmm.
It said all the adversaries, and we named all the adversaries. And you start with Esau, the Edomites, all the way down to so-called Africans. We
Yep.
named you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go in captivity.
That's right.
You put the lost people in captivity, especially the book of Judges. It tell you how they had the lost people in captivity.
Yeah.
And they named them. You know, we went in captivity. Someone like 18 years, 9 years, 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Esau had them in captivity for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And you forgot the Egyptians too.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the first captivity.
Yeah.
He had them about 400 years too then. And the new Egypt has in captivity about 400-500 years too.
Yeah.
So they gonna get punished too.
Yeah.
And what goes around come around.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it, you nations, you cannot say you didn't have a chance to rule.
Right.
You can't say you didn't. I didn't put the lost people in captivity. You did. So when the Lord come back, put his people on top, and you other nation in captivity. Oh well, it is what it is.
And that shows you the fairness of
Yeah.
Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah.
Yeah.
And since you said there, Matthew 5 and 45, that ye may be the sons of your Father which is in heaven,
Mm-hmm.
for he make his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and send rain on the just and on the unjust. That goes to show you the balance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. See, all these nations have participated in our downfall. All right, they have had their time to rule. Even within the rulership of Esau, they are actually joint heirs with Esau. And at the same time frame, they are going to go down with Esau during the second coming of Yahushua. Okay, so they have to participate in slavery such as Esau because they got in bed with Esau.
Yeah.
It only makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
I got one.
Go ahead, bro.
It's Obadiah 1 and 15. For the day of the Most High is near upon all heathens.
And how do we know? Via prophecies. All right, we see prophecies being exercised via the Holy Spirit, and therefore we know that every day bring us closer to the rulership of Yahushua. Go ahead.
As thou hast done, as thou hast done it, shall be done to thee. Thy water shall return upon their own head.
Right. So basically, you have to reap what you done sown. It's only fair. Go ahead. That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, I got one for you. And this is Revelation 2:25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. Verse 26. And he that overcome and keep my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
So when people, when they talk about reading the Bible, and they say the Lord is all good, the Lord put people in slavery. So what the scripture right saying?
Yeah. And this is how Shah speaks.
That's right. This is how Shah. He said, he that overcome it, he should give it power. Keep going.
Yeah, back in the scripture, I'll read it over for you.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, Revelation 2:26, and he that overcome what? This life.
That's right.
Via the Holy Spirit, you keeping your faith and fear in Yahweh Hashem Ashai, and keeping the commandments to the best of your ability, and fulfilling your obligations as a prophet and being brotherly. Okay, this is how you overcome, utilizing a spiritual perspective. All right, Revelation 2:26, and he that overcome and keep my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
Give power over the nation.
Yeah.
So that's how you, and by Yahushua saying that, that's how you know all the people is not Lord's people. By him saying that, cause if everybody was the Lord's people, that wouldn't be in them. To give power over the other nation.
Yeah.
So they would not be in there. So the Lord had got one people, which is the Israelites.
Yeah.
Which is people. He gonna put the other people in captivity.
That's right. And that's a kingdom.
That's right.
That's a rulership. That's a dominion. Okay. Verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father.
That's right.
All
with
right.
a rod of iron.
We're going to be beating their asses.
Beat them into suggestion.
If you don't want to get up, goddamn it, you going to get up.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And I didn't, we seen the movie Roots. Now, what did they do to Kunta Kinte? When Kunta Kinte?
Yeah.
They beat him to submission.
That's
right
right.
along with the other slaves.
That's right. That's right. Hey, go ahead.
They beat in that movie that they beat his heritage out of him.
Yeah.
He said, "You're not Kunta. You're not dead. Your name is Toby."
Yeah.
That basically beat his heritage out of him.
And through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, Lord willing, beginning, with the Yahweh Shai, trickling down, we're gonna beat their heritage into them. We're gonna let them know that they're fucking Edomites.
Yeah.
And you're not no so-called white man. You're not so-called British or so-called English or the so-called Frenchman. No, y'all are all Edomites.
That's right.
All right. You will be attached to your biblical identity in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right.
Because that's not in the world right now. Cause everybody think you got white people, black people, Chinese people. Them not the real names. The Lord didn't put them names on the people. Esau done that. The ones in charge. He the one named the people. Blacks, Chinese, Japanese, Hawaiian, Arab. He named them.
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna put you back in your place and put your real heritage back in you.
And since you said that, this is Isaiah 60:1. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and gross darkness the people.
That's right.
All right.
It goes darkness.
Yeah.
And because people do not know, and not just our people. The other nations don't know who they really are.
Exactly.
Because we got the unfit ruler that wherever he say go, wherever he say, everything goes.
Mm-hmm.
Because he not gonna. The reason he do that because the Edomite is a statement to them, because they know if people look at find out that Edomite and the Bible tell you they will be destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't want that to be on them.
Yeah. That's right.
So he
right.
basically
That's right.
block out everybody from knowing who they really are.
That's right.
And the main people they want to not know who they are is themselves and the people the undesired people.
Right.
And which is so-called Negro, Latino, Native American. They don't want to know that at all.
Right. Because basically he's been a fugitive since the book of Genesis. All right. So basically the verdict has been announced. All right. We're just waiting for Yahushua to capture him, man.
That's right.
All right.
I guess somebody else.
Can I finish
Oh,
it?
yeah,
up,
go,
bro?
go, go.
Hey, this is Isaiah 60 and verse 2, back in Isaiah 60 and 2. But the Lord Yahweh shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. That's on you, bro.
This Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived. The Most High is not mocked.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever a man soweth, that he shall also reap.
All right. And this is what you shall reap. Revelation 13 and 10.
Good.
He that lead into captivity
Mm-hmm.
shall go into captivity. He that kill with the sword must be killed with the sword.
That's right.
Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
So when people read that, and they're like, well, if you don't really read the Bible, you're not gonna know that slavery is in the book.
Mm-hmm.
And like that was said, two wrongs don't make it right. But guess what? According to Yahweh, I'm shot. It does.
Mm-hmm.
Because you put the Lord's people in captivity. You treat the Lord's people wrong. You did the Lord's people the way you wanted to do. Like, you did some shit that go way beyond. Like in Ezekiel 35. You know, so you went way beyond.
Yeah.
You took it too far.
Perpetual hate.
That's right.
Yeah. And then they talk about two wrongs don't make a right, but hell, in algebra, if you put two negatives together, you get a fucking positive, man.
That's right.
So we ain't even trying to hear that.
Yeah.
You know? This is Joel 3 and 1, bro.
Mm-hmm.
For behold, in those days and in the time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, meaning what? Freeing us, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which means what? Yahweh's judgment, Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted the land.
It's his people.
Mm-hmm.
That's a possession now. His people.
Yeah.
He didn't say every nation. This what the church don't teach you. That the Lord have a people that he died for, that he gonna rescue, deliver, which started led this way. That and that's where it start from, and he gonna bring them back to the land. But he said he's gonna plead for his people.
Yeah, and that's going to the judgment also. That plead is also going to the judgment of these other nations for being participants of our downfall. You know? Verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people, literal, and have given a boar for an harlot, literal, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. And that's all in the history.
Yeah.
All right? Okay? Verse 4, yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Payback.
That's right.
All right. Verse 5, because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the sons of Salakia, the children also of Judah, and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border, our homeland.
Yeah.
All right. Verse 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, that's scattering throughout the four corners of the world, and will return your recompense, your payback, upon your own head.
And that's what it is. The Lord gonna return everything that you done to the Lord's people.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a big old payback.
You got some?
Yeah, I think that.
I got one for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Revelation 11-10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, you other nations, beginning with the nation of Edom, and make merry. Why? Because of our downfall. You hissing, gnashing your teeth, clapping your hand, celebrating, seeing Slim Thugs and Young Thugs and Lil Waynes and all of this and all of that, politicians and shit, and make merry and shall send gifts one to another. And who were the gifts? We were. Hence slavery. Okay? Because these two prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. And who are the two prophets? A representation of the southern kingdom and a representation of the northern kingdom. You know?
Because the whole thing is about this whole Bible. The Bible is really about two people. It's Esau and the Israelites.
Yeah.
But you other nation had to get your little 2 cents in.
Yeah.
To do your little dirt. But that little 2 cent gonna get you 1,000 years for it.
Ooh, you said 1,000 years, right? This is Revelation 20:5. But the rest of the dead, you other nations, all right. And how do you know that this is talking about the other nations? You jump to, I think, Isaiah. Get Isaiah 14:10. I think it's Isaiah 14:10. Talks about how the chief ones. Isaiah 14 and verse 10.
Isaiah
14, yeah. Isaiah 14 and
10.
Yeah, what that's saying.
All this speaks.
You know what? Read Isaiah 14 and verse 9.
I did Isaiah 14:9. Hell from beneath is moved from thee to meet thee at thy coming.
And this is talking about Esau. Go ahead.
It is stirred up the dead for thee.
Now the dead, remember, the dead. Go ahead.
Even all the chief ones of the earth.
That's the dead, the chief ones of the earth. Go ahead.
It has raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Right, so these kings of the nation are also classified as the dead. Now, Revelation 25. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. Meaning what? They're going to be in bondage. Hardcore bondage within that first 1,000 years of the kingdom of heaven. And after those 1,000 years, then they can go back to their lands. Things of that nature, but they still will be subjected to the Israelites.
And which should be good. Because right now, this wicked ruler running everything, and the people is mourning.
Yeah.
And they say when the Lord put the rightful rulers on the earth, even though you have served 1,000 years, but after that, guess what? The people ain't gonna be all riding, fighting each other.
It's gonna be peace.
It's gonna be peace.
It's gonna be peace. But of course, them demons gonna jump on those other nations, so we can have fun with that spiritual power. Back in Revelation 20:5, this is the first resurrection. Because after those 1,000 years, what happens to Esau? Well, Esau will be collected all together and they will be burned. Okay, and when they come back through the process of reincarnation, they will come back as a Hamite. You know what I'm saying, or an Elamite. You know what I'm saying, but they will never come back as an Israelite. Okay.
Because they are the only people in the world that look the way they look.
Yeah.
Every other nation don't look the way they look. So when they bring them back, like I said, in the different nations, they gonna look different, but they ain't gonna be no them Edomite running around this mother. because Cain, Esau, they've been running for their judgment for years. That's why Lord put that mark on them. They be different, and they look different from everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the son affect them. The son affect the other nation like that, but the son affect Esau.
Yeah.
Because they are the cursed people. He talking about us being cursed. No, y'all really the cursed ones.
Yeah.
We might have curses on us, but you the people. The Lord said, and that's my curse, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all the cursed people, really.
Let me get that song.
Yeah.
You said.
Yeah.
I think this is I want to say Psalm 3rd chapter. Going into the house.
Mm-hmm. Because
You know what? My bad. It was Proverbs 3:33.
Mm-hmm.
The curse of the Lord Yahweh is in the house of the wicked,
Mm-hmm.
but He blessed the habitation of the just.
Mm-hmm. So Esau, y'all will get what you do, basically what you deserve, because y'all don't want to look different. The other nation don't look the way you look.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all won't have no melanin.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the son hate y'all. Can't stand y'all ass. Y'all don't even know that.
Yeah.
I had to tell one lady. I said, y'all have a melanin. She said, oh, I didn't know that. God damn, you didn't know that.
Yeah, they knew that, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all motherfuckers knew that.
Yeah.
Hey, this is I got one for you. Leviticus 25 and verse 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids which thou shalt have shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them ye shall buy bondmen and bondmaids.
And that's slave.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
Mm-hmm.
That's not being your friend. That's not being your buddy. That's slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did you not have lost people in slavery? Yeah, so you're going to be, slavery come back in a big major way.
Yeah, because we're not going to build it up. Hey, for example, you know, your kingdom, Esau's blessing, Esau didn't use Esau to build it up.
Sure
He used
did.
us, man. All right, back in verse 45. Moreover, did I read that? Moreover, of the sons of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession, going into these other nations. They shall be your bondmen forever, but over your brethren, the sons of Israel, ye shall not rule one over another with rigor. All right, so these heathen nations were created to be our slaves, man. And that is righteous, that is just. Okay, especially what they have did to us in the latter times, man.
Okay.
All right, you got something, brother?
I would read that Psalm 149 to be the thing in here for me.
All right, read that, bro.
All right.
You want me to read it for you?
Oh, it don't matter.
All right, what, Psalm 149?
Yeah, you can read the whole thing.
All right.
Yeah,
All right, this is Psalm 149, chapter 1. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh. Sing unto the Lord Yahweh a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints.
Who the saints? It's the Israelites.
Yep.
That's who the saints. And we gonna praise Yahweh Shema Shai.
Mm-hmm.
That name gonna be them two names gonna be magnified through the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, go ahead, bro.
Mm-hmm. Verse 2. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the sons of Zion be joyful in their king.
And who's our king?
That's right.
Yahweh Shai is our king.
Right. That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. For the Lord Yahweh take pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation.
Ooh, what I'm saying. He said the Lord take pleasure in his people. His people. The Israelites. And he said he would beautify the meek with salvation.
Yeah.
He gonna save his people.
Hey, and that's a beautiful scripture because it says he takes pleasure, right? A Psalm 35 and 27. Let them shout for joy and be glad that favor my righteous cause. Yea, let them say continually, let the Lord Yahweh be magnified, which have pleasure in the prosperity of his
That's
servant.
right. And who the servants? The Israelites. We're gonna be we're not gonna be struggling. We're gonna be
good.
We're gonna be good.
We're gonna be good, goddammit.
Yeah.
You gotta think about this. Yahweh is a king. All right, Yahweh Shah is a king. And therefore, if we're joint heirs or sons, you know what I'm saying, or it's like your sons of Yahweh Hashem Al Shah, then you want the best for your sons.
Yeah.
Lord will we the hopeful elect. You don't want to see your sons on earth living bummy.
Yeah.
All right, struggling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you got it all, you want your kids to have it
Yeah.
all, man. So on earth as it is in heaven, man.
Yeah,
Hey, this thing, it's like,
No.
hey, this is coming, man. I don't care who can't see it, who don't believe it. Hey, the best story is when the underdogs win, bro. You know?
And you see Esau in rulership, right? And you see these people, like down here, we see people begging for food. They shouldn't be begging for food. They shouldn't be living the way they live right now. But the ones in charge, they don't give a damn about nobody but their people, but their line. They don't give a real damn about the people. And if they don't give a damn about the people, they sure don't give a damn about the Israelites, his own people. He sure don't give a damn about us. Come what the pastor said back in the day, the unsinful, you know, the one that should be living good right now. This is a king.
Yeah, all Edomites should be good.
They should be good.
Yeah.
But they ain't.
Hey, Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
That's right. And everybody mourning right now.
Yeah.
The whole world is mourning. That COVID right now got everybody out of whack. People don't know if they coming or going. You got riots over there and everywhere basically. You got riots over here.
Yeah.
Lacking of food.
Yeah.
They destroying the water.
Right.
Destroying it destroying every goddamn thing, to be honest with you.
Hey, Esau done diagnosed the entire world with Munchausen syndrome.
Yeah.
All right, making you think you're sick when you're not. That's what Eminem said on Cleaning Out My Closet. You know, basically he was, what he say? He was a victim of Munchausen syndrome. My whole life I thought I was sick when I wasn't.
Yep.
So it's the same thing with Esau, with this mechanism we call the so-called Maxine. Because at the end of the day, it's nothing but an objective to pursue or attain the Great Reset, which is the New World Order, which is really an attainment or an attempt to attain what? The birthright. That's what it's all about.
And brother, if you stay up late and watch TV and all the ads will come through with the pressure, and they're like, if you surf from this, you might be thinking, oh man, I got this. The same, I got this disease.
Yeah.
But the same way that, it's the same thing. Oh man, I got this disease. Oh, I need to take that.
Yeah.
They fucking with your head.
Yeah, and it really goes into what hoax, which is means what, a deception of lies. Now hoax goes into hocus pocus, which means a magician or a juggler. Who's the magician? Who's the juggler? Esau. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's doing magic shows such as COVID-19.
Yeah.
All right, the media is nothing but the stage.
Yeah.
All right, and the audience is the people that is watching CNN and Fox News.
Man, he got these people scared as hell.
Yeah.
And especially our people. They riding down the road by their damn self with a mask on. By themselves now. Are you scared of yourself? Or you scared yourself gonna get sick? You get in the car by yourself.
He's gonna give it to the stern.
Yeah. They got these people shook, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, they don't know they coming or going.
Yeah.
And now the thing, you gotta wear 2 masks. Hey, I can't breathe with one motherfucker, man. You think I wear 2?
Yeah, you can't even breathe without a goddamn mask.
Yeah. So Esau is an unfit ruler.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, verse 5, let the saints be joyful in glory, let them sing aloud upon their beds, let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a 2-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen, and punishments upon the people.
Ooh, the two-edged sword.
Yeah.
It's upon the heathens and upon the people.
That's right. That's right.
So we gonna beat you heathen back into suggestion. We gonna beat your heritage back into you. You got a line, you gonna tighten your ass up.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I got one for you. You know what? Hey, this is Luke 16:21. Now, we're not going to go into the entire parable, but this is the point. And let me start at verse 20. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate full of sores. Sores is a representation of the curses. Yeah. Lazarus is a representation of the nation of Israel. All right. Verse 21, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. The rich man's table is a representation of the nobility of Edom. Nobility breaks down into highborn, meaning what? They control this entire system, referring to the international bankers such as the Rothschilds, trickling down to the other Edomite 11 families. All right. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores. Who are the dogs? A representation of these other nations. So what? Licking the sores is a representation of them benefiting from the curses that we have went through, and these same curses have overtaken us. You know? Because
you know that you go to Jake neighborhood, you got Moab in it, serve them. There might be certain people, dog, cats, whatever.
Yeah.
Then you got
weave too.
And you got what you call
Ishmael.
And they in there serving all kind of food, serving all kind of bullshit too.
Elam got gas stations. You know.
I mean, you know, we the one that make the word go. Cause we like to buy. So like they said, they did a video on YouTube a long time ago. How to sell to Negro, so they know how to get to a so-called Negro.
That's it.
They know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
They know exactly what to sell, what's selling, what not selling. And the other nations just jump right in. Like the brother said, they're selling weed,
gas, chicken, T-shirts, dingy ass tees, man.
Fake ass chain, Jake won't run a fake ass chain.
Yeah. And
they be having all kind of paraphernalia in the fucking store. Nah. Like me, bro, we live in Ridgeland, and gas stations over here don't sell that in Ridgeland. But you go to Jackson, which is based across the street from here, they have all the you buy bones and all that pipes in Jackson. That's most of Jake at.
Yeah.
And they sell that there, and guess what? Cops don't care. And they all together. You sell that shit in Jackson, cause that's what most of our people at. But in Richmond, Madison, I mean, you're not gonna find them damn pipes over there. They're not gonna be in there.
That's right.
And which this is all a setup.
It's a design.
It's all a setup.
Yeah.
Like the brother said, good going, bro.
All right. Back in Psalm 149, verse 7, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with feathers of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all the saints. Praise ye the Lord Yahweh.
That's right. So all the kings of the earth, like start with the Rothschilds and all the rest of the 12, and you're all gonna you're gonna be bound up in chains, and you're gonna be put to work. Right along with your buddies. Where the buddies over here, they all gonna be destroyed. But the other nations, the other countries that ain't been hit with missiles, y'all going to captivity. That's where you're going.
Come on, bro. Hey, can I get a couple precepts on the comment
board?
Yeah, hey, this is from GMS. Look up. Hey, Shalom, brother.
Shalom.
That's the brother. Ainah. Zechariah 1:15. And I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
That's right. Good precept, brother. And that's what they done. They try to best to get over Jay. Me and my boys at the gas station yesterday. He bought a bag of chips, and it had a hole in it. And when he brought it back, it was like, no, you ought to bought it. My boy, he's I ain't paying for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he gave it back to it, but they try to get over on you. They try to suck you out some money, which it ain't right, and that's what the other nation do.
Yeah. That's them licking those swords, man. You know, and that's why they have to receive that same judgment such as Esau. Not as severe as Esau, but they still going down as well.
That's right.
You know, they will be enslaved by the Israelites, beginning with the elect. This is
and it's only right. It's only right.
That's right.
Right, go ahead.
Back from GMS lookup, Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 and verse 10, smites and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen. Now when you smite something and sunder, means what? You splitting that shit wide open. You know? That say there is none other but we. So you're going down. This is your last hoorah with the nation of Edom. Okay? Back on the comment board, Isaiah 26 and 20. Let favor be showed to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh.
So Esau he just can't get right.
Right.
And not Esau in the land of Israel right now.
That's right.
You know, y'all should call them 1948ers.
Yeah.
They were 1948ers.
Yeah.
Y'all in a land which don't belong to you.
Mm-hmm.
You have the biggest gay parade in the world.
Mm-hmm.
One of them. I don't know how, probably the biggest. But you supposed to be the Lord's people.
Yeah. And then the Most High did show Esau favor. Mm-hmm. Because Esau's brother was who? Jacob. And who was the father? Isaac. So you know Isaac taught Esau the law just like he taught Jacob. Mm-hmm. That's favor. What about when Cain and Abel?
Yep.
And who was the father? Adam. Did not Adam teach Cain the law? That's favor.
Yeah.
But see, this individual is programmed to be the wicked, so you can talk to him, and talk to him. But like the brother said, he can't get right.
He just can't.
It's just not in the spirit.
Whatever you do, whatever like he tell you, don't touch that fire. It's gonna burn you. He gonna do it regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Just to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But he get burned.
Come. And then the scripture states, and would not behold the majesty of the Lord. What's the majesty of the Lord? Executing the law, statutes, and the commandments in that land. And really throughout the entire world.
Really?
All right? But you utilize your legislation and you push it with this system to govern the world at this time frame, which has a satanic vibration. That's why now you can't say anything about breast milk from a woman. You have to call it chest milk in the respect of trans fucking genders, man. Over there in Europe, respect for 1%ers that are actually transgenders. Okay, that goes to show you that Esau is a faggot.
Yeah, and then show you Esau got to go. He's the unwise ruler.
Mm-hmm.
Cause if the people if he ruling that way, the people gonna act that way.
Yep.
If he was acting with following the law, such a commandment, Yah by some shot, the people he'll push that, but he don't. And then there's in Psalms 50, like what you got to do with the laws. You know, I'm not quoting correctly, but you know, so what you got to do with the Lord's laws.
Psalm 50 and 16.
Yeah, so you say the Bible is the law of the land, but you do nothing. You do nothing the Lord say.
Hey, you know what? And I just posted that. Thanks, bro. This Psalm 50 and 16. But unto the wicked, the Most High said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes, or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth, seeing thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee.
And like the Lord, damn it.
Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Hey, going into Isaiah 29 and 16. Surely, your let me get it because I don't want to butcher the scripture.
Yeah. So he's saying this, but he do something totally different.
Yeah.
The Bible is the law of the land. What law have you kept, Esau? What law have you kept? You ain't kept not one.
That's right.
Not one law have you killed.
Not one.
You got the homosexuality running like goddamn wild weed. You got transgender. How you say that word?
Trans who?
Trannies.
Oh yeah, transgender. Yeah.
They running wild.
Yeah.
Homosexuality to the max.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is wrong. It's to the max. Everything is right. No, yeah, everything is right. It's at the bottom.
Yeah. Hey, Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. You know?
And that's what it is. Like, 'cause you got the women above the man. You got wrong is better than right. You got it's just out of whack.
Yeah.
It's just out of whack.
And it's the same thing. Woe, it's like surely your turning of things upside down. It's the same thing Esau casting the words of the Most High behind his back. Basically, he's not doing the instructions of the scriptures, although he claims that he is a righteous person. But when you measure the scriptures compared to his behaviors, it's total wickedness.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an opposition amongst the two.
Yeah.
You know,
Because it's not connecting.
it's not connecting.
We this law of the land. We the law of people. This and that. No, you don't do nothing what the Lord require y'all to do.
Yeah.
You got something else?
Yeah, I'm gonna get one more. Let me see. We're on fire on the board, man. Hey, this is Psalm 137 and verse 7 from GMS Lookup. Remember, O Lord Yahweh, the sons of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
And that's what they want to do. That happened during Babylonian, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they wanted to do to the lost people.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let them pass.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, remember the day of, remember Edom. And Lord gonna remember all the shit Edom had done to his people.
Yeah, man, because you got to think about this. During when the Babylonians was coming to get us, hell, Esau was there pointing them out. Hey, he right there around that corner over there. Or go 2 blocks down and you will see him when you make this left.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being, bullshitting, but basically he was pointing to Esau where our location was.
Mm-hmm.
He gave the Babylonians the drop on us, man.
Yeah.
You know?
But we brothers. We brothers. No, we not brothers no more.
Yeah,
we broke the brother covenant.
That's right.
We not brothers no more.
That's right.
So especially you because he said in Genesis when soon my father Isaac died, passed away, whatever. I'm gonna slay my brother Jacob, and that's what you've been trying to do for thousands of years. You've been trying to get rid of the lost people for thousands of years, but guess what? You're not.
Yeah.
And you still gonna you keep trying now, but it's not gonna work.
Yeah, I got one more.
But we will get rid of you though.
Yeah. I got one more. This is brother. Yeah. From GMS, look up 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's right. Recompense, payback to them that trouble you. Who troubled you? A number one enemy, Esau. Hey, they troubling us right now.
Yeah.
They control every damn thing
Through the system. You know, that's why when you go to Daniel 7:25, it talks about how he harassed the saints. Or when you go into the Hebrew for the term harass, I forgot the actual word, but it means to constant harass. From a spiritual standpoint, from a physical standpoint, this entire system was designed to oppress us and inflate Esau along with these other nations to the top.
And our people don't understand. They're talking about all white people not that way. They wouldn't do that to us. They're not our enemy. They are our enemies.
Yeah.
Hell, we can't help it. The Lord made it that way. And guess what? Like they hate ops. They ops towards us.
Yeah.
We ops towards them.
Yeah.
We don't like them. They don't like us.
That's it.
And that happened in the womb of
Rebecca.
Rebecca.
Yep.
They said two natures are in that womb.
Yeah.
Two men are different people.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you see how they are, you see how we are.
Yeah, we from a spiritual aspect and they're from a carnal aspect.
Yeah.
We're the righteous, they're the wicked.
Yeah.
Two mannerisms of people.
Be more spiritual, and they ain't.
Yeah.
At all.
And it goes to show you, which the brother Lamar brought out, how Rebecca had 2 eggs in her womb. You know, so that's the reason why we don't even look alike.
Yeah.
Although we had the same mother, but it was still 2 eggs in her womb.
Yeah, because I seen the two twins. One came out like a straight up Edomite, and one brother came out like a Jake.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that was it, bro.
That's it. When you close it out, bro.
Brothers, with that, hope y'all brothers were edified. We like to give all praises and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
like double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS and salutations to your brother pushing the truth to sincerity. Shalom Israel.
Hey, Shalom, Akim.